everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you were new. In today's video, I am going to be trying to reorganize my bookcases. Since I brought them in here into the office when I did the whole room switch, I just kind of threw stuff into the bookcases, but now I kind of want to go through and put things together the way that, well, actually, I honestly don't have an image in my head of what it needs to be like, so I may be rearranging quite a bit around. I'm not quite sure, so we'll see where we get today on all of that, but I'm going to try to put like most of my like commonly grabbed things, so planners and things like that, I'm going to try to put them over here right behind my desk. My desk is right here in this section, and then I have two skinny bookcases and my filing cabinet down here. So I kind of want to put the commonly grabbed items over here, and then some of the books and things like that over here, and go from there. And also kind of decorate these as a backdrop, because they are kind of a backdrop when I'm doing my budgeting videos and any of the ones where I film sitting at my desk. So we'll see how far this goes. I actually kind of don't mind. I mean, they're in no particular order up here. They're just kind of thrown up here like tallest to smallest, but my little birthday angels, having them all on one shelf, it's kind of like that opens up a couple shelves actually, because I think in the before I had them spread across the 3 different bookcases, and this kind of consolidates them all onto one shelf and they all fit, which is a good thing. So I kind of like having them that way. I do see where the 9 is up here, and I might try to like figure out how to fit it in there a little bit better in there, because it's kind of like goes really big to small. So let's try to figure that out over here. And then go from there. I have no real thought process. Like I said, I'm just going to try to probably group items together. So planners I'm going to try to group together over here, planner accessories over here, and just kind of throw all of the like reading books. And I say reading books in quotes because some of them are ones that I did read, some of them I haven't read yet and want to read, and some are, why do I have these on my in here? So that is another thing that I will be also trying to figure out, if there are any books that I can get rid of and things like that. The first things that I am removing are just kind of like the knickknacks that I'm just kind of putting over on my file cabinet for now, and then I will start pulling out all the other things that are not books and start moving them over to the file cabinet, the top of the file cabinet, just as a holding place. And I also had to shove Jack out of the way because he was just, I was afraid I was going to step on him actually. But honestly, throughout this entire video, the cats kind of steal the show, because I kept, as I'm editing the video, I kept focusing on them the entire time. So if you like organizing and cats, you've got that in this video. But I am just removing the things from this bookcase that are not going to stay there, and then I am going to be moving the books, and these are more like nonfiction books, so anything that has to do with cleaning, decluttering, finance, small business, freelance, editing, writing. There's some health books over there. There's a Bible. I'm trying to look at some other things, election judge manual, and a bunch of other things like that are nonfiction type books that I just wanted to have here, because sometimes I'll pick those up while I'm in here waiting for something to go on during work and read a little bit out of each and every one of those. So that's kind of why I had them here. In the small skinny bookcases, I am moving, as I keep saying, stylizing the shelves. So the top couple shelves are more for knickknack type things and BTS related, which this is my area where my fandom kind of happens. So because it's, personal area, and I could have that throughout the entire house, but I also want it to be a little presentable, and not saying that it's not if you have all of that type of stuff, but I just kind of want to not overspend and not go too crazy on having things in the, so kind of like
having a certain space, a certain amount of space is kind of how I want it to be. So it kind of restricts me from spending a lot of money on things that I probably shouldn't be spending money on anyways. So, but that's what's happening in the skinny bookcases. I'm also moving a lot of planners and my Korean textbooks and dictionaries and Korean books that are, short stories written in Korean and all of that type of stuff. So that's where I'm moving all the skinny stuff. So you'll see that a little bit later, but right now it's just kind of organizing the books in this one. And I am doing the Roy G. Biv, so red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue, and I kind of mix the blue and indigo because to me that just doesn't go well. So it's like, that's how I'm doing mine. Or is it blue, indigo, violet, Roy G. Biv? I think that might be it. So yeah, I do that. It just is so, for me, since I'm a visual person, having it kind of like that just kind of relaxes me a little bit instead of having it all different colors and everything. So having it in the color lineup, the rainbow color, it's for me, it's visually appealing and it makes me happy. So, because rainbows always make people happy. But here I am in the skinny bookcases. I am moving the Korean books down, and I am slowly moving things from other locations. I put a lot of Korean stuff on my desk, and then you see that pile of stuff on the file cabinet as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing and all of that. This actually took only about 30 minutes to do, so it really wasn't that bad. And I was distracted a lot by watching the TV show that I was watching. So, and then trying not to step on any cats or anything. So really and truly, the worst part of all of this was trying to figure out the 2 shelves for my BTS stuff, just because I didn't know how I wanted to actually present those. So you'll see me move things around left and right and around and do all of this type of stuff and all of that. So that's the whole thing about organizing. You just kind of move things around till you're satisfied, and if you're not satisfied, then you just try to continue fixing it through the time. So as you can see, I was trying I don't like this, let's try this, let's try that. But yeah, anyways, I will let you listen to some music and I will stop talking, and we're actually, this is a very short video actually, but it is a small task that I just wanted to get done. Actually, I'm back because I just thought of something that I will talk about a little bit later, or may not talk about a little bit later. But I recently have just felt like I've had a mental block and not feeling creative, not feeling all of that. And that's specifically with this channel, where it's just I just feel like I'm trying to catch up and not getting things done like I wanted them to. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I had a lot of misplaced visual clutter everywhere I went in the house, and it's the main locations that I would go to. So in this past week's cleaning video, I kind of cleaned out my garage a little bit of all the boxes, kind of did a little bit of reorganizing in there a little bit. I also tackled my pantry and reorganized that, and I know I did some other things as well in that video, but having those locations a lot cleaner, I actually feel like I have kind of released a little bit of the mental block, and I feel so much more creative and all of that. So that is just one sign for you to do if you just feel kind of or you feel a mental block, is to just try to find something that you see visually and try to organize it or stylize it or do something like that to help kind of release that blockage, because it definitely works for me. And the fact, if you organize hidden locations, you don't see that unless you're opening up that location. But if you see something that is out there in the open, like a bookcase or something like that, it actually will help you along and make you feel like I need to start cleaning everything. So just a little helpful hint. There we are with the ending of the bookcase reorganization.
I really didn't get rid of anything except for I had a basket full of its actual manuals that I need to go through. I need to go through my manual binder down here and get that organized and see if I can actually get rid of some of these and get digital copies of them somehow available somewhere. Then I also decluttered this book. It is a fiction book, so I'm actually going to move that to my bedroom and try to read that before going to bed and, you know, try to get through it. It is a book written by one of my co-workers that is now one of my employees on my team, so I'd like to read it just because I've had it for a year. She signed it and I would like to read the book. So the reason why I needed to do this, the reorganization of the bookcase, is mainly because to me it's visual clutter, where I had things just kind of like thrown in there. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It was just get it into the bookcases because I was tired and I wanted to just get the floor decluttered and get the stuff back in the bookcases. Now that I've had some time to actually work in here, I knew that I wanted to make this a little bit more stylized because it is a backdrop for my videos. So having it a little bit stylized also helps. But I also wanted to make sure that whatever I put over here was stuff that I reached for easily. And then when I am editing my video, because my video editing computer is right here, and I face, you know, sometimes I'll turn around and look at this. I wanted it to still be visually appealing, but it is definitely, has my birthday angels, has my just regular nonfiction type books that go from being a freelancer, small business, writer, editor, cleaning, organizing, all of the many interests that I have. So that's kind of what I have over here, along with a bunch of just random binders and things like that. And then the bottom shelf has stuff that is like exercising equipment stuff. And then some artwork that is framed that I have not put up anywhere once I moved offices around. And then the other box has a bunch of VHS tapes. Yes, VHS tapes, because I have nowhere else to put them. But I do still have a VHS player, so I have them. But then over here, definitely wanted this to be stylized and stuff that I reached for on a more regular basis than what was over here. Bottom stuff, I need to clean out that basket that's down there on the bottom because it just has a bunch of random things. The other one over there has my laptop that is so old I don't think it updates anymore. And then I have just like I have cords and cables and things like that that I reach for, lights for when I'm doing stuff with planners and all of that type of stuff, and my microphone for filming. And then I just have, like I said, stylized, and I kind of have it, this shelf up here, still not quite liking it because I just kind of threw stuff up there, but the top one over there, I'm still debating on these monitor figurines, if I'm going to actually take them off and stick them to a monitor or not. So that's kind of where I'm at. But basically the second shelf on both of these are BTS related things, and I just ordered more BTS stuff. So we might be changing that top shelf to be more BTS themed stuff. And I bought 2 photo books, and I finally am getting around to buying a light stick. Fun money from the bonus that the last year's bonus that I got this year. So that's where we are at right now. So no spend month, and I spent money. Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and look at my emails real quick because emails are coming in because it's still work stuff. But I'm done for today, and then I'm gonna go out and finish cleaning up some limbs and everything for trash on when it's trash collection day. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this video and it gave you some motivation to get up and declutter, reorganize something, a little small area. Like me, it was 3 bookcases, but it really took really no time at all to do that. So I will check back with you guys on Friday with the budgeting video. Bye everybody.